working in the spirit of the Golden Empire. This is 17 News at 5:30.
New at 5:30, 25 years ago today, a Shafter teen's body was found in Lost Hills.
The primary suspect, Offord Rollins, a star athlete at Wasco High School with aspirations of representing our country in the Olympic Games. The case played out over the course of 5 years, sparking racial tensions that forever changed the lives of all of those involved. 17's Jason Galvin reports.
August 2nd, 1991. The body of 17-year-old Maria Rodriguez is discovered in this wooded area near Lost Hills. Weeks before her senior year of high school, Rodriguez was gunned down in the remote area near Interstate 5 and Highway 46. The primary and only suspect, her alleged former boyfriend, Wasco High star athlete Offord Rollins IV. Rollins was arrested August 4th, released a day later, and arrested a second time, this time at his school, August 28th. Wasco High students were in shock.
I think he's innocent. He's not the type, go around doing that.
I think he's innocent, personally.
Rollins was supposed to be preparing to defend his state triple jump championship and begin training for a chance at the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta. Instead, he prepared for trial. Current Kern County District Attorney Lisa Green served as the lead prosecutor on the case.
I understand their feelings as far as believing that he's not guilty,
which drew the ire of many in the community. Controversy over the time of Rodriguez's murder. The defense argued she died later in the day when Rollins had an alibi, while prosecutors argued her murder occurred at 2 p.m. when Rollins had no defense, fueled the trial. Furthermore, Rollins' friends and family said he never dated Rodriguez.
She was the one that was in love, you know what I'm saying? He didn't really have nothing to do with her. She was the one doing all the calling and all that kind of stuff, you know.
On April 3rd, 1992, a verdict was reached.
Find the defendant, Offord Lee Rollins IV, guilty of felony to wit.
No murder weapon was found, but jurors pointed to Rodriguez's fingerprints on Rollins' borrowed car and his admission he'd seen the young woman the morning she was killed as enough reason to convict. Rollins' defense attorney, Tim Lamucci, said the case was racially driven after Lisa Green dismissed all 4 potential black jurors and cited music lyrics Rollins had written as motive.
I just think that the district attorney's racial strategy paid dividends. I mean, it was subtle and it was clever. Kick all the blacks off to start with, then bring out the rap lyrics to scare the hell out of a white middle-class jury because they don't understand it.
He's not a criminal. He do not have white. You really want to know what the law is?
A request for a retrial was dismissed, sparking protest from the black community.
To do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly with thy God.
Rollins was sentenced to 29 years to life, but 3 years later, in May 1995, an appeals court overturned the conviction. Following testimony from a defense expert about Rodriguez's time of death, a juror stated bug pesticides would have prevented any flies from accumulating at the crime scene. The court ruled this statement was prejudicial to Rollins' defense. More protests followed, and during an extensive second trial, a forensic pathologist testified evidence pointed to Rodriguez being murdered at night when Rollins was home with his family. The jury could not come to a verdict, deadlocked at 6 guilty and 6 not guilty votes.
They weren't convinced by it, but
the DA's office chose not to pursue a third trial, and Offord Rollins was exonerated on September 23rd, 1996.
I believe that the Lord has our destiny planned, and Offord might not have been as good a person as he's going to become if it had not been for this adversity. So even though it's bitter, it's got a sweet end to it.
Offord Rollins was set free, but his life was never the same. His last public appearance in Kern County came in 2003 at the funeral for Ernestine Harper, the mother-in-law of Vincent Brothers. Harper played a crucial role rallying support for Rollins throughout both of his trials. Through his parents, Rollins declined comment for this story. He said he's just trying to put Maria Rodriguez's murder in the past. In Bakersfield, Jason Galvin, 17 News.
And for the record, Lisa Green declined comment for this report. Attempts to reach the family of Maria Rodriguez were unsuccessful.